All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at some of the trending topics for today, and let's start off and see what it is. Well, all right, there's your first one, AfriForum. So this is an interesting one. In fact, this is also our question of the day, which we'll put up in a short while. So a lot of people speaking to AfriForum, and what's happening is that a legal battle over whether the public display or keeping of the apartheid flag at home constituents' hate speech is once again set to rage in a courtroom. So that's what we can expect. They've applied to have an equality court ruling that declared the display of the flag in both public and private spaces a form of hate speech. And this is going to be heard in the Supreme Court of Appeal next week. I mean, yeah, so this is what's going on there. And it's turned into quite a big talking point for Twitter and everybody out and about talking as to, why are you bringing this up? Why would, AfriForum take this on? And what's the point of all of this? So AfriForum, I'm trying to get a couple of the tweets and what people are actually saying to make this trend, just to give you an idea and a sense of what people are saying. Well, here's AfriForum. It takes this despotic ANC government to court. They win and we all benefit. Okay, no, this has got nothing to do with the flag, but it's kind of just talking about its distractions, and they don't know why they're doing it, and a lot of people are now not too happy with AfriForum doing this. But I must say, most of the responses are coming from our question of the day, so I'm looking forward to actually reading them and going through it. So we'll talk to the question in a short moment, but that is the reason that AfriForum seems to be trending and gaining traction there. Now, another trending topic that is making its way around social media is Shutdown Zimbabwe, and that was trending when I went to sleep last night, still trending this morning, and it looks like there's a move to have a massive shutdown in Zimbabwe on the 9th of May, and people outlining the reasons why there is a necessity for this to happen. So they're basically saying, here's one of the tweets saying, if on Monday the 9th of May you suffer in a transport queue, the government won't be the problem, you will be the problem. Use your constitutional rights, protest quietly, stay at home, send a message to the government. It seems to be that there's a group behind it that are basically just saying that they want to get Zimbabwe right, and it's not working, and something needs to be done, and people need to speak out and saying that Zimbabwe is failing, and this is coming from inside Zimbabwe, and they're just saying stay home, shut the country down on the 9th of May. In fact, I've even seen calls to say close the borders down, don't let anybody in and out. Just don't do anything. Let it be a complete shutdown. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what actually happens on this one. There's even a tweet here from Musima Mining saying the world will be watching when #Shutdown Zimbabwe happens. There's no room for suppression of the rights of the people, including the right to protest. There should be no obstruction of the people. Mnangagwa, there should be no arrests and intimidation of activists. That's, of course, to the Zimbabwean president. So, yeah, should be interesting. So that's scheduled for the 9th of May, and a lot of movement happening on social media with regard to that one. All right, moving on to our next trending topic now, and this is a name that I'm sure we're all familiar with, and you'll remember Bongani Koko. Well, news is he's moving parties, so that's the big story. He is apparently moving to the Patriotic Alliance. So former Fees Must Fall activist Bongani Koko has just been unveiled as a new member of Gayton McKenzie's Patriotic Alliance. Kanile is out on bail for allegedly inciting violence in July last year. He's a former member of the EFF. So Patriotic Alliance announcing now that Bongani Koko is joining its ranks. So that's an interesting one. We'll see what's happening there. And people are speaking to this one, and lots of welcoming messages, and also saying, what's going on from one party to the next, and why is this happening? So anyway, there you go. Bongani Koko is trending, joining the Patriotic Alliance. And then there's also the trend of Action SA, but I also think this is linked to the by-elections that were held. So there seems to be a little bit of a spat between Action SA and the DA. Obviously, this is for contestation of votes, but the DA basically in these by-election retained the hotly contested Ward 96 in Tshwane that was really halted a stinging challenge by Action SA because they really wanted this ward. But despite the win, the DA has accused Action SA of using dishonest tactics during its campaign. So there seems to be this spat happening, and Action SA, of course, dismissing the accusations, saying the DA is in decline and needs a scapegoat to justify its poor performances. So that, in a nutshell, is what's happening with the DA and Action SA, and a little bit of a spat between Herben Mashaba and Celias Brink. That's the DA's national spokesperson. So, yeah, let's keep watching that one. But one thing I think is for sure, even with these by-elections taking place, 2024 is going to be a very, very interesting year when it comes to the elections. So that is something that we are building up towards, and I think this is just something that's going to happen all the way up until then. So by-elections and spats already taking soon. So there you go. That's your trending topics for this morning. Let's go into that trending topic. I mean, not trending topic. Let's look at the question of the day now. But as we say, that's all related to that trending topic about AfriForum. And we're asking you for your thoughts on AfriForum heading to the Supreme Court of Appeal to fight against the banning of the South African flag. So, yeah, one would ask why. I mean, you remember that the Nelson Mandela Foundation dragged AfriForum before the Equality Court after the group's members hoisted the old flag during that Black Monday march that was held it was around about 2017. And, you know, that was pretty much so what said that this is just it's not right. And this was during the marches that were held to demonstrate how bad it is against the killing of farmers. But the judge in that found that the actions of the crowd to have constituted hate speech in terms of the Equality Act. So, you know, that's what the ruling was, but they are now going to the Supreme Court of Appeal to appeal it. So we'll be watching that and looking at your responses. We'll read a couple of them in a short while.